Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. I am not going to be a part of this episode. I'm just introing the kids here. Tiger and Mallow and Lizard are going to entertain you with some of their thoughts and interesting things they've got squirreling around in their brains today. So, y'all enjoy, and I will talk to you next time.
She's made the first mistake of the night.
And she's right about squirrels. Everyone gets their ducks in a row. Our squirrels are
not.
So I got Mama seat now, so I'm in charge.
We're all doomed.
Anyway, we're going to start out with the first topic, which is a newer game that we talked to you about before. Tears of the Kingdom! Mallow has had a month to play. Our brother Tiger has stolen, pirated the game to play on his computer, so they have played it before. That was a joke. He totally did not do that. You can't prove it.
How about this? T-Meg has borrowed the game from a dear friend of ours and has played it on his Switch.
I do have it on my Switch. I do have the game legally. I do play it.
There you go. You just have to
I literally just... Because I took it for a week from Mallow without her knowledge.
Exactly. He stole it with
good intentions in mind.
There we go.
And then there's me, who has seen Koroks being brutally tortured on TikTok videos.
Y'all are creative.
Right.
Everyone's so creative.
I love that lady.
Right? Okay, so tell me about Tears of the Kingdom. I actually have not played at all.
It's really interesting. I like being able to go... I haven't been into the depths much. I will frankly admit the depths scare me. Jesus, it's so dark. The depths are scary.
Coward.
Very much so. The sky is so fun. I've done none of the main quests.
Same.
I've been focusing on building up the map and getting memories.
You just got all the towers, right?
Yes, I just finished getting all the towers. Because even though I've had it for, since it came out, I don't get to play often. I do have ADHD, and I usually on the days of my work, I don't do anything but, chores or lays around until work, and then the days I usually play, it's either Friday, and then Saturday goes to family time. So, it's been slow going, but I've been loving the game. I'm finally learning how to actually build the vehicles, because it took me a moment to get my brain to actually switch to doing this creative stuff, rather than just rigid, being told what to do.
And I really struggled for a while with the two-fan motorcycle thing people have been building, where it's just the two fans and the control pad.
I've been trying to do that. I still haven't gotten it to work.
Okay, when we're done with this, I'm going to show you how I do it. But it's literally just you add the stake, you put that into the ground, control pad on there completely level, then you just eye the fans. And once you unlock the auto build thingy, you favorite it, and it's literally just going from there without the stake.
I need to find out how to get the auto build.
It's in the underground.
You have to go.
Of course it is.
You have to go.
The camera function is down there too, because I'm not defeating.
I believe so. Yeah.
Also, Majora's Mask is in the depths.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
And actually, there are some really fun ways to cheese the heck out of the battle for that, where people are just doing the homing carts and everything. And they go after them with the laser pointers or the bomb things.
I'm in love with the homing carts. They are my best
I like
friend.
the arrow set that just makes the Lionels disappear. I saw that on a TikTok video. I don't know who did it. Don't ask me. I don't
You know what? You've lost the right to exist.
I love that. I have a screenshot of that. But watch some of the TikTok videos I've been sending you, because I send you 200 of them, and almost all of them are different vehicles and stuff that you can build.
She doesn't look at any of the videos I send her either, so don't feel too bad, Tiger.
I know, that's why I'm calling her out, because, hey, you're talking about having a hard time with this.
You send me videos in the middle of my very sweet audios of people that I thoroughly enjoy listening to.
I watch every video on TikTok she sends me.
Same.
And then she doesn't look at mine. It's very mean.
The only time I have not watched every single video that was sent to me is when our one Canadian friend sent me over 100 videos in a couple hours.
Listen, when there's over 30 videos in 30 minutes, I'm like, you're banned.
All right. Trauma Boy, we love you deeply, but I'm not watching 138 videos of TikToks you sent me saying, "Ooh, I'm depressed." I love you, but no.
We know you have mental issues.
We do too.
Should I send him this podcast before we air it?
I'm gonna be mom and say go back to Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
How far are you in the game?
I've gotten all the towers. I
You got the
nearly got
house.
all. I got the house. I love Link's house.
I need to get
I
that
gave him
stuff.
a genuine good house. I have big horse in its stable. And,
Well, you have to give him a new house because apparently Zelda stole his.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! She like what was it? What's it called when the government takes your house? Sanctioned.
No.
Eminent
Yeah,
domain.
Eminent domain that Link's house that I spent so much money on in the previous game. She just took it over. Though there is cute theories that, in this game it's actually more solidifying that Link and Zelda had a romantic late relationship.
Not anymore.
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Those who don't understand, you don't
Yeah,
understand.
you don't understand? Well,
Get sad.
get sad. Yeah. So, but I'm going through all the memories and I'm like, oh my God. I'm gonna fangirl a little bit because it's just Ganondorf's voice. Just, he's pretty, very pretty man. My God, they, everyone's, like, Nintendo saw the fan art, everyone's doing a rehydrate Ganondorf and just,
Hey, they
Wait,
did it
wait,
for, they did it for us.
yeah.
Well, some of the videos I've seen, you're actually calling you out, going, remember, you have to defeat him. He is the
Nothing
bad guy.
else. Just,
Apparently, though, you can if you take a picture of him while fighting, you get a statue of him in Terrytown. I have not played this game. I have no interest in playing this game. I started Breath of the Wild 3 or 4 years after it came out.
I pre-ordered that game
Yeah.
too.
I didn't even have an interest. I still haven't defeated the game. I didn't even beat the giant animal machines on my own. I went to Malone with
The Divine Beasts?
yeah. I was like, hey, beat up this ghost guy for me,
Yeah.
and she did.
I'm a sucker. But that's what big siblings are for. You're supposed to defeat the tough spots. Like,
Sister, I can't defeat Bowser. Can you help me?
here, hand it over. I get to look at him anyway.
See, she loves the villain. She has been attracted to Megatron, Bowser, Ganondorf. But honestly, there's so many people who listen to podcasts and be like, yeah, I understand that.
Okay, that's valid. Yeah.
There's plenty of people
Just go
who...
look at DeviantArt or,
People get
That's how it all
Sephiroth
started.
and
Yeah,
immediately like, yes, Sephiroth, yes. Or like, we have a friend who likes Soulless and was like, yes, even though bad guy.
We love you, Lady Siriana.
I thought that was her, but I wasn't sure.
They see the red
Oh, there
flags.
goes the giant painting in your room.
They see the red flags and they're like,
Was that
red is my
red?
favorite color. Hey, let me put on these rose-tinted glasses to help with that.
No, what was this one audio I heard? I may be a walking red flag, but you cannot deny that the fabric is exquisite. I'm like, you know what? You ain't wrong.
At least they're upfront about the red flag. You don't have to look for them.
Oh, even in King Raru in the game, Zelda goes, I don't trust his intentions. No, fuck, he's fucking evil. Look at him. He
Who's
didn't even
King?
look at... You'll learn.
He's
Is
a
that
llama.
Shark Boy?
No, that's Sidon. Sidon is betrayal, and he's a homewrecker.
No, here's the thing though. The moment I saw Sidon's fiance, I saw a picture. I'm like, she's bad, right? Because her little colors are the colors of evil: lime green and purple. She has purple jewelry and a lime green body, and she's the only Zora to have horns. And you know what else? Apparently, the only other creatures to get horns were Ganondorf's minions. And this is a spoiler for one of the cutscenes, apparently. But we see a fake Zelda trying to attack one of the other
We should
characters.
have put a spoiler alert from the whole thing. Did you edit that?
I did say spoiler.
You did?
We can
Oh.
put that in the video too. Spoiler alert for Tears of the Kingdom. And apparently, again, we see Ganondorf use a fake version of.
Even Ganondorf gets a little devil horns.
And people are like, I don't think she. And the fact that Sidon didn't mention, he says, we're his bestie. We have a statue of him. He didn't bring up his fiance.
Link riding Sidon.
And when you ask about it, I saw the dialogue. He's like, "That's my fiance." Like he's unsure about what to call her at that point. And that just sounds like this is very brand new. Like Calamity, brand new. I don't trust. Like it looks evil. Like lime green and purple are the colors of evil and everything. If they didn't do this intentionally, and she's actually not an evil protagonist later or antagonist, I don't know. Maybe they did it just to tick off the fans, but I don't trust it. Like.
They saw how many people thirsted for the Shark Boy, and just Nintendo's like, okay, we'll give you rehydrated Ganon, but we're taking Sidon.
But, like, why would they do that? Like, lime green, purple, and the horns that all of Ganondorf's minions got? That looks weird, right?
I
could be totally wrong.
But there's also another thing. We got small bird boy that wants to become a sage, and he does. He's cute, small bird boy.
And people keep using his avatar to get smacked around. I've seen so many of them just like getting whomp. Apparently rocks just fall from the sky.
Yes, chunks of the from the upheaval fall from the sky, and you can use the rewind ability to climb on them and go back up.
I would be so terrified. I've been looking up and down, up and down, up and down.
I love the rewind ability too.
Right, it's so neat.
Oh, and the jump ability where you can go like through the ceiling and everything. Did you hear about that one? The source?
I have not heard about the source of it.
Apparently, it was a debugging thing. One of the developers, when he was going through to find all the bugs and everything, he's like, "Fuck this!" He used that to be able to get through and go wherever he needed to really quick. And after all was said and done, he's like, "This is really nice. I like this," and left it as an ability in the game.
That is so neat. I like that.
I don't know if this is true or not. It's just some.
Speaking of putting things in the sky, the war crimes against the Koroks.
I love them. I love them all. I cannot wait until I can do it myself.
But the thing is, I was like, why are you being so mean to the Koroks? And they say like having to find all of them in Breath of the Wild, but that's your. The thing is, though, that they didn't ask you to go play hide and seek with them.
You kind of have to though.
But the thing is, they don't know that. They're just like, hey, here's a little treat for finding me.
So,
thanks for playing.
Here's how I can best explain it. A lot of people who play games are completionists. They want to get that 100%. And it actually tells you in the corner of the Breath of the Wild's game, if you pull up the map, how much percentage you get done after you beat Ganondorf. No, Calamity Ganon. So, even if you do all the Divine Beasts and all the other challenges, it only gets you to like 30% or something. To enable to 100% of the game, you have to get all 900 Koroks. And only, 300 of them, 300 of the little seeds they give you, are used to upgrade the slots you have for your items. So these people suffered hours searching for these little forest people, now can get their revenge. Because in the previous game, all you could do is drop the rock on them and they go, ugh!
Well, that's not their fault. They didn't ask for this. They just thought they were playing a cute little game.
And Link's silent, so he can't be just like, where's the rest of you?
Yeah.
Where are they?
And
where is she?
Speaking of, I actually found a TikTok video showing a map where it shows you where literally everything is. All the chests, the shrines, the towers, the Koroks, various enemies on all 3 levels. Both underground, the main ground level, and up in the sky. All of them. And I believe it works with Breath of the Wild too.
I don't know much about the game so far. I only know what's been told to me on TikTok, which isn't much because I keep seeing Korok war crimes.
Yeah.
There's so many of these videos.
Apparently there's a 3-headed dragon that people are shoving into a whirlpool. Hole in one.
I saw that. That was so neat.
Brother,
how did they get it sit still long enough to trap it?
Because there's a way to essentially stun it or make it just lay on the ground unconscious for a short bit to give you more times to attack it. So instead of doing that, they auto-build Zonai devices and just launch it up and over into the whirlpool.
Does it kill it, or does it...
Yes, because any monster that touches the water instantly dies.
Rude.
You don't get the rewards, though.
Well, obviously not. Apparently, if you go in the whirlpool, there's also, you go underground.
I just did that shrine. Yes, there is... Okay, as she said, spoilers. There is a giant floating island above it that you drop a rock through it, and you have to drop it into the whirlpool, and it will activate a shrine.
What I believe is you literally just walk on there, and it drops itself.
I also like how all the wells now are like, well, what did I find here?
I still get to go in a well.
I haven't been in... Well, you'll have to for one...
Hateno Village has like 3 wells, right?
That's a good question.
I know there's one up there toward the ranch where you go up to the research facility. There's that little like bison farm ranch area. It has a well.
There's so many wells.
There's a well by Link's old house at Zelda Eminent Domain. And then another thing in there is Link. So I just think Zelda just took the house.
Or Link's just a pushover for his...
Link probably... I have a question. People saying, Link, I thought you were lost. How long were they missing? How long was he getting his arm fixed? How long ago was this? Because according to Zelda, they just got the information to go into the tunnel underneath the castle. This is beginning game stuff. So, was he gone for, months at that point?
No, at the very beginning of the game, both Link and Zelda are going down there to explore the castle. And that's when they find Ganondorf, whatever, with this hand stuck to his chest, holding him down, and he's like a decrepit old man.
Okay, I want to defend Zelda on this, though. I want to defend Zelda on this. Because people are saying, look what she did by going down there. But the thing is, though, the whole point is that the gloom or whatever down there was already rising up to the surface.
Yeah, I think that's why they were going down.
Yeah, this whole thing, because it was getting people sick. So it's obviously the hand was already failing its job. It'd been there too long. It wasn't supposed to be there for that long. And so if they hadn't gone down there when the hand actually fell, they would have been they would have no idea what's going on at all.
I don't think I think it was no matter what, there was no way for them to defeat it. Yeah. They lacked the power to be able to truly defeat him. All they could do is imprison him for a time. And because Link has absorbed the thing of courage, or the Triforce of Courage, that's what allows him to inevitably defeat him.
I also have that question too, because does he have it? In other games, you see the mark on his hand and everything.
I think in this timeline, it's been so long after all of their reincarnations that the Triforce isn't really
powerful.
Physical anymore. It's more absorbed into their very being, because it is the curse of hatred, the blood of the goddess, the spirit of courage.
I kind of think it's more like it's not as powerful anymore. Because here's the thing, though, even Zelda was having issues summoning her own, powers. She had to be in an absolute state of distress to do so. Link is obviously just a gremlin creature running around. That doesn't...
I don't think it's weakened. I think it's more of the people have changed. The earlier incarnations of their characters were able to better handle it, and they were more true to what they were. Link... As in Breath of the Wild, you can read Zelda's diary to read that Link keeps his mouth shut because he doesn't want to bother anyone. He wants to show that he's a stoic, courageous character. But he does have self-doubt because he has a lineage to hold on to.
It also shows that he's not as courageous as, she doesn't think of herself as wise as her... She's not listening to...
The only one that's not fucked up is because of Ganon.
No, is that if my theory about them not being their abilities not as powerful, and the whole point about it is they're not, Zelda wasn't allowed to become wisdom. She wasn't allowed to research her thing. She was told to basically shut up and be spiritual, which is not wisdom. She wasn't allowed to be herself, which allowed her abilities not to show forth. Link, as we pointed out, is not courageous. He's very doubtful, unsure of himself. He's not being proud of and courageous of himself. And Ganondorf, he didn't have the power or fortitude to be Ganondorf anymore. He gave up to the calamity. He didn't have the power in himself to keep going.
Another spoiler. He actually steals Sonya's secret stone, which amplifies their inner power. When he steals it, it becomes a part of him and turns him into the Demon King.
Oh, really?
And that's the whole point is that these Triforces are supposed to be a point of their abilities in harmony, but in this reincarnation, they don't have that.
Like I said, I'm more of the point of it got absorbed into their lineage.
See,
I have to pause.
I think part of it, though, too, is essentially these people are immortal. Presumably, they're keeping their memories and everything across all the incarnations and all that, correct?
I do not believe so. I don't think so. Because, I think more of it is they're the same person that gets reincarnated each time. They don't really get their memories until a certain point. Or they just, learn of what they did in the past. Because in Twilight Princess, Link actually meets the Hero of Time. That previous incarnation of Link, who teaches him different skills, and he's shown as a skeleton, the hero Shade. Mm-hmm. So he's forever trapped in the cycle to teach others like him. Okay. I don't think they ever actually get their full memories of their previous, maybe hints or dreams. There's a lot of theory around it.
Okay.
But they all know that they're destined for something, and they usually follow that line.
Okay. Because I was kind of wondering if it's an issue of reincarnation and, like, getting your memories. Are they just, like, getting tired of it? Because, like, think about it. You literally spend hundreds or thousands of years coming back and fighting these evil forces over and over and over and over again. Could it be like they're getting tired, that they just need to be able to take a break, a vacation?
I think it's more of their souls.
The thing is,
Being
it might
tired.
very well be done, though, now. Because in one of the memories, they actually talk about the draconification. That if you swallow your secret stone, you turn into a mortal dragon. And you get to live forever. But you lose yourself. You lose your heart and soul, what makes you you. And Zelda does that.
She basically broke the reincarnation by doing that. At least the current one, because that was her going back in time.
So unless we're getting I haven't seen the ending yet. So I don't know if she actually turns back into being Zelda again. Or if there's going to be DLC allowing us to actually do so.
Here's the thing, though. If we actually get the original demise, which started the whole cycle, if maybe we see Immortal Dragon Zelda and Link defeating demise once and for all, that would literally cut off the reincarnation. There's no more demise, no more extending the cycle. They went back to the beginning. And all that would be left is Link. There's no need for a hero if there's no princess and Demon King to defeat.
I don't think this is actually ever going to happen, though. This is purely theory, because one, I mean the end of the Legend of Zelda series. And two, I think Demise's curse is strong enough to withstand anything that Zelda might throw at him. Or perhaps there is a different, someone that has the blood of the goddess, because when... I don't know.
Maybe the whole point is that they realize that, as you point out, like if they don't have their memories, they always start anew, but their souls again are reincarnated. Maybe they're just tired. Maybe again, if the hand had to fall off, it loses the power to control the demise's body. Maybe the whole point is that the cycle does need to start anew. It needs to go back to the beginning and redo it. Demise has to come back, Link has to defeat him, and the curse has to start all back over. And maybe it'll be like a new set. Maybe their current souls get to rest, but then a new cycle again.
I kind of like the idea of Link just being on Stardew Valley.
My God, he's like, you know what?
I'm going to
Yeah!
I'm gonna go to a farmer. I'm gonna be a farmer. Listen,
Link, we need you. No, you don't. Shane needs me because he got drunk at the bar again.
I love Stardew Valley, but okay, but like Link is like, frick this, I'm done. I want to be reincarnated as a farmer.
The thing is, in Twilight Princess, he was a goat farmer.
He was a farmer.
He was a precious goat boy.
He was happy.
Yeah, until his, love interest got kidnapped and then he got dragged into Zelda shit again.
He just wants sassy children to make fun of him while he's sitting in his treehouse.
I haven't played any of these. Like, I've played Breath of the Wild, I've played Tears of the Kingdom, but the only other one I really played was on the original Game Boy. He wakes up on the beach, and
I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what it's called.
Wind Waker?
No, it's one with the giant fish.
Link's Awakening?
I think that's what it was.
But I played Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity,
We played the original Legend of Zelda.
the original Legend of Zelda.
See, Nintendo needs to bring all these over to the Switch, because like that's one of the things that actually really irks me with Nintendo, is they just let these games die. Like, they don't bring them forward, they don't give you any kind of option to play them on newer consoles.
Well, one of the things that I can understand is some of the DS games, because the DS games required 2 screens. Like, the original Bowser's Inside Story is one that required 2 screens to do it. So bringing it to the 3DS was fine, but you're never going to bring that to the Switch because you only got 1 screen.
That's why I'm so proud of, I don't know, can we talk about emulators?
Sure, but don't talk about having one.
Because, people bring these games forward and they, just bring them
I
back
do
to
want
life.
I do want to bring out, though, technically ROMs and emulators are not illegal. However, you have to have legally paid for the game. As long as you've legally paid for the game and ported it over to your computer yourself, ROMs and emulators are legal. The only thing that makes them illegal is if one of us were to go to a website, download it, but never bought the game. That's where you can get into legal trouble.
Interesting. So, this is definitely not us telling you to commit a crime today.
No, don't commit crimes.
Yeah, don't do that. That's my least favorite thing to do. Let's see. And all of this really kind of like started getting me into new games and all that. Because, okay, so the reason we all met in the first place was because of Dead by Daylight. Let's see.
25.
Do we want to continue or do we want to stop this and start? So with continuing of Breath... Alright. And the beautiful thing is that about all these games that we played with Legend of Zelda is that, you know, the characters might be different, the storyline might be a little different. Sometimes you're just the side quests. I've heard things about Ocarina of Time, about getting the Bigoron sword. This now side quest after side quest after side quest.
The only issue with that, but this is before they had, like, better transportation, so you're just riding across this wide field, back and forth, and you didn't really have your horse, you're just rolling across it. Which is time consuming. Yeah. But technically, Twilight Princess had the same issue.
At least in Breath of the Wild, even though it was a wide open map, as soon as you got Rivali's Gale, or you had a horse and you had a glider,
or you got the towers and different shrine stuff, you could teleport between them.
It was a huge map, but it felt, you know, manageable because you had so many different ways of moving about. I'm a little, you know, flustered with, you know, Tears of the Kingdom because there's not just one map. There's three.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you have the legendary horse yet?
I have not. I've gotten the quest for it. It's...
Okay, I have the amiibo in my bag. I will grab that for you and you can get that through there if you want. Yeah.
Wait, is there a new amiibo out that I don't know about? Because I got the one for...
it's been out for a little while. Because it's one of the same ones that worked with Breath of the Wild.
Gotcha. Because I have 3 Eponas in my... Jesus, there's so many different Eponas.
Okay, there is one Legend of Zelda. Okay, I'm terrible at video games. I am. I don't like combat. That's why I passed every time I did Breath of the Wild, or anytime I'm on there. If there's actual boss battle, I'm handing it to my sister and being like, do this for me so I can just get past it. I like to say I finished a Skyward Sword on my own. I did the Tears quest.
Yay!
I did the Gearham fights.
Yay!
I defeated the... What's the name of him? I think he's just like a spiky demon guy walking up the hill. The Imprison.
Yay!
I smacked that stone down.
Yay!
I defeated waving my bug net around.
Okay.
I did it. I finished that game. I did that.
Did y'all just see the lights flicker?
But then that was back in like 2011, 2012, and I don't really do anything since.
There you go. If you want to play a different Legend of Zelda game, you actually have a real Switch. Cause like me and Lizard, we have Switch lights. Because 1 year for Taxmas, you know, whenever I got my taxes back, I got a really good one. So I bought me and her Switches lights because they're cheaper. And brother has an actual Switch. If you want, I have Skyward Sword, the remastered Switch, so you can play something because it's motion control, so you can actually go thwack.
Okay, I'll definitely steal that, and I'll take
I'd also
Tears of the Kingdom again this week.
Unpopular opinion. Apparently, people complained a lot about the Wii and Skyward Sword and the junky controls.
I loved it.
And then I'm just saying, y'all just suck at the Wii. Y'all just suck.
Maybe something about our neurodivergent brains that are just
I don't want
like...
to tell you, but if you couldn't get the sword to swing right, you weren't trying. The whole fun of the game was raising your Wii remote to the sky, seeing the light of your sword, and then just going whack. Diagonal to the side, the little plant, angry plant things, pointing, having to stab things by actually moving the thing around. the vines where you had to
It was just, it was a
coordinate
lot of fun.
across.
I love that.
If you were bad at it and you're like, I couldn't do it, you just sucked at it and you're blaming
It was
the game.
like it was very exhilarating being able to, actually control the sword. Second, unpopular opinion, apparently people hated Fee. I don't understand it.
Who or what is Fee?
Fee
is your companion in Skyward Sword.
She-
She's the spirit that lives inside the Master Sword.
Okay.
And you know whenever the sword lights up and it sounds like Zelda hears someone talking to her?
Okay.
It's fine. It's
Oh.
Fee.
But or you two are going up.
She was literally the goddess's
The goddess made her to be the...
to guide the chosen hero to help out the world.
People apparently hated her. I found her dancing and her little singing and her warnings to be adorable.
It's also like how people hated Navi, but when if you're like just a kid playing the game, you liked her. She was helpful. I liked her.
See, like with the sword thing, granted, I haven't played this game specifically, but I have done similar games on the Wii, because we had like the Wii Fitness and everything, where it had like 200 games on a disc, and some of them were like sword battles and random things like that. I love that, like just being able to take the sword and go whack, 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 and hit all the enemies and doing all that stuff.
Wii Resort, where you're just going through an actual like army of people in padded thing, just whack him off a bridge.
The instructor, try to swing this way. What was that? I couldn't hear you. Or me dominating these people.
And that's all the whole fun of it. Like, we were...
Okay, there was some enemies. Like the Lazafos. Those were awful.
Okay.
Awful. They
They sucked. Because they were actually, like, blocking your attacks. Like, stop it. That.
Will you please, for the love of God, die for
Okay,
me?
so I learned this, and I don't think Mal has gone there yet, but apparently in the Gerudo Desert, the skeleton things that horrified and gave children nightmares in Ocarina of Time, they're there, and once they notice you, they run at you at all fours.
Yep.
That is horrifying.
And I know we're talking about... We're going to talk... And from right here, we are going to stop. There is going to be a part 2 that will be uploaded later. We're going to keep talking about more games and everything. I know we started talking about Wii Sports and all that. We're going to go into different games after this. This is basically Tears of the Kingdom, talking about our vibe on it, what we've seen about it, or what they played on it. So we thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed Talking About the Table. There will be more game talk in another video. Thank you so much.